guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the top 5 books that you absolutely have to read sometime in your existence. So basically, I love to read. I read all the time. Anything I can get my hands on, I try to read, and I just love books. So these are my top 5 favorite books that I've had so far. Some books I have read and they're amazing, but I just don't have them in my collection at home. So these are the top 5 books that I have here. I'm going to tell you where to get them and why you should get them. This is going to be really fun, so let's hop on into the video. So the first book is by Ned Vizzini, and it is called It's Kind of a Funny Story. Now this book is really precious to me because it's about a boy who's going through anxiety and depression. He ends up in a mental institute, and it just goes along with him and his journey through life. And it was just really inspiring to me back when I had a lot of things in my life that were going on. I read this book, it gave me some hope, and it actually is an autobiography of the author who actually committed suicide back a couple years ago, which is really sad. So get this book. I got it at Barnes & Noble. It's amazing. It's critically acclaimed, New York bestseller, and it's so amazing. Book number 2. This is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. This book, as you can see, is weird and teared because I have read it 14 different times since the 8th grade. This book is about a model. She meets this boy. They are totally like night and day, but they end up falling in love or whatever. But it goes through her story of not wanting to be a model and trying to find who she is, and it's just really amazing. I got this at Walmart, I think. It's hard to remember because it was 8th grade, but I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart. Sarah Dessen has a bunch of amazing books, so after you read this one, I really recommend checking out some of her other works because they're just so good. Alright, so if any of you guys knew me in real life, you would know that I love Edgar Allan Poe. Like, it's ridiculous how much I enjoy the stuff that he wrote. So I went to Barnes & Noble last Christmas and picked up the complete tales and poems of Edgar Allan Poe. This has literally everything in here. Small print, super long. It has literally like 1,000 pages in it, but it is so good. And usually I don't really like dark stuff like that, but Edgar Allan Poe just had a way of writing that really captivates you. So I really recommend go out and get this, or at least go online. You can find some of the things that he's written on there. See if you like it, and then go get this book because it's amazing. Alright, so we all know that I have to throw a John Green book into here because if I didn't, then it wouldn't be a video about books. So I'm going to throw in Paper Towns. This one, I know, super white girl, super basic, but this book honestly was so good. I read the book, went and saw the movie, and the movie was fine, but the book, I've read it 6 times now, and it's so good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go read the book before you see the movie because they have some things that hint at some stuff from the book in the movie, so you'll want to go see that. But basically, it's about this dude, and he has been in love with this girl since he was super little, and she comes to meet him through his window. They have an extravagant night, and then she goes missing. So it kind of goes through his story of trying to find her, and it's super fun to just read. It's a really cool story. So I got this, Barnes & Noble, just like everything else. You can go pick it up, and it is awesome. Okay guys, last book, but definitely not least. I saved this one for last because it honestly is one of my favorite books that I've ever gotten. This is called John, Paul, George, and Ringo, and it is by Tim Hill. This basically is a book that was put together by the Beatles photographer of all this behind-the-scenes stories and pictures that he got over the time that he was with the Beatles. So that was from 1958 until about 1972. Worth of just like timelines of stuff and information that's never been released to the public. So like you open it up and it has like all these never before seen pictures, and it's literally so cool. So yeah, I got this at Christmas time from Barnes & Noble, and it's so amazing. And yeah, I'm a huge Beatles fan, so that probably has me a little bit biased, but honestly, it's a really cool read because it has some stuff that like you would never know because the press wouldn't release it. So yeah, pick up this book. It's by Tim Hill, and it is awesome. Alrighty guys, well that is it for the video. I know it's a short one, but I just wanted to go ahead and throw these books out there because it's getting back into school time, and I usually don't read things besides school books when it gets there, so I wanted to give you guys some books to read before summer's over. That way you can get your thinking caps on and get prepared to go back to school or whatever you're doing this fall in life. I love you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye!